Jerry. We all remember that buffoonery, that bad influence. But at the time, it was greatly entertaining to us. Y'all remember those scenes? It was amazing the level of enjoyment it brought to so many people's lives. Just with that ratchet behavior that was depicted to the viewer. And it did so much, Jerry Springer that is, and Maury Povich, them two shows did so much to shape the way millions of people started to enjoy their lives. And hence it created a level of culture to become more than culture, a tradition into the way in which we carried ourselves. And we look at Sexy Red and these Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion. You can see that these are the children of that indoctrination. And it's no disrespect to the beautiful young lady Sexy Red or Megan Thee Stallion. No disrespect at all, because you're making a way and it's our society. But it's a time that we, as people that want a more civilized representation within the Black community, to be the overwhelming tradition and face of what we want to come from our children going into the future. We understand, I understand that to live your life in such a manner of hustling, of projecting a ratchet persona, is profitable. And at the time, it is fun to the onlookers, to you, to everyone, to live this type of short lifespan that in essence leaves you behind soon thereafter. We could talk to many 40 and 50-year-olds that have lived this. And in the future, I will give them to give their testimony. Kind of like when you go to religious services or you go to AA, NACA, etc., anonymous, and you give your testimony for which you were living your life in a certain manner and how it, in essence, damaged you unbelievably. And only by the grace of God, it was able to be reversed. So I introduce you to another iteration of Foundation for Elevation Station, for which I believe that I am on the path to molding with my community a new foundation to culture, to each and every character as an individual there within, and stomp out what it is that we have now in general. Because it's leaving our culture behind in a place that's like a devil's playground. Excuse me using that word. So many times it has become normalized. Our behavior. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool. Oh, they do what they do. He got 3-4 baby daddies. Oh, that's what it is. He doesn't pour into these children on a daily basis. And see, we can see all this depicted from Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, where the male or the female doesn't even know who impregnated who. It's a crapshoot. We have all these arguments about this person doesn't care for the child, and over it all, whether it's this person has families here and there and there, being the male, or a woman has several baby fathers, the truth comes down to what is getting poured into the children on a daily basis. Have we lost all remnants of the primary component to all this? Is to raise the children with the character, with the values, with the morals that have been left behind. We must. And if it just so happens that it's a single mother, first of all, single mothers are just not the innocent component to each and every single motherhood episode. It's not only a two-way street, but it's a lot of manipulation that goes into that situation. We cannot continue to turn a bad eye to manipulatory behaviors to gain. So I ask my ladies, my men, to reconsider our behaviors. Men, definitely, our behavior to have fun with this lady, have fun with that lady, this is not recommendable to our community anymore. We are at a place where we have to operate with a definitive purpose. I know that in the future we will not date a person if we have no intentions or a feeling up front that I will continue. Because all that buffoonery talking about, oh, I gotta get to know a person out. No, you know if it's possible from 2 minutes. When you meet a person, they look fine, they talking all right, you know, okay, it's possible. Excuse me. You know it's possible that I could move the distance with this person. We're not a bunch of Jerry Springer and Maury Povich children. We can operate with purpose, function, and an understanding. We are trying to build solid households to form onto larger nucleuses, community, state, country, the world, humanity. We are an ecosystem, and we must stop operating like unbeneficial bacteria to the ecosystem. We are. If you break it down, it's like that's what we are. Not we, not all, but if someone practices in any of these behaviors that have been normalized from Jerry Springer, from Maury Povich, and I'm not saying that they even originated it, but they blasted it to such a level of unbelievableness that they definitely are the forefathers of just common ratchet behavior in our communities. They exploded it and made it the 10 commandments of how to be ratchet, to be, because I can remember back to the 90s, to the late 80s and 90s, where even ratchetness, it was different in the communities. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and it's a hood. I'm from the hood. I'm from the gutter. I'm from the hood, and where I'm at, it was, projects all around the projects. So it was a large amount of mileage with projects all around. And ratchetness seems like righteousness right now. If I would compare to how it is now, we got to do something. Now it's time we got to do something before it slip any further. We got to get the ones on the team, get as many as we can to operate with a level of righteousness so that we can show it and display it to the rest of our community. And there, the youngsters start to see beautiful relationships. They start to see how it changes the energy. They start to feel the change in energy as functioning, loving, productive members of the community start to mate, start to date, and it's actually functional and loving. This energy is by far the real. We live in a society where we have been geared to speak up. And right now we have a lot of people speaking up and they talking nothing. We got couples and stuff trying to strategize on how to get over and be real and these are the voices of our community. How? We even got presidential candidates. They actually getting Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, and putting them on stage as representatives for them. What the fuck has this shit got to? No disrespect to any of y'all, but man, if you look at this shit, they letting you know, and we got people, see, the powers that be is only guiding Kamala Harris to put this out in front, to show us the signs that you really finna vote for the you and see what they do is they ignore the benefits that may come from getting this man in office again. See, it's all a deception. If many people have no awareness of what Donald Trump did when he was a president. He did something called a platinum plan. And it won't take long to research and you will see where it's going. He did something when he was the president, he passed the action. It's called the platinum plan. And in my community, none of them know why the black churches started getting all these grants and funding and stuff starting when Donald Trump did this. Because they ain't going there, they just know we blessed and God loves us. People don't know why black businesses took off during his presidency. It was all part of the platinum plan that, read the platinum plan. It got like 8 different moving parts that didn't affect the black community. They were for the black community. This is just, are you guys able to read? Or are you just being deceived by, he don't like black people? Like, that's why he getting righteous black people. That's going too long. I gotta cut this off. I have more information. I'm gonna make a part 2. Jerry Springer, that mean. But I want to end this. That's why righteous people, black men like Ice Cube and different ones, they sit down and they met and did business deals, not just financial bid. They strategized with Donald Trump. Donald Trump even pardoned Lil Wayne and them. This. And the reason why I'm talking about this, I'm not on my political thing right at this point, but what I am saying is that we cannot continue to allow the beast to manipulate how we conduct ourselves and make the decisions in our lives. If you look at how they do this, this is how. They do it slowly over the course of years, implanting different information, enlist a lot of people, and you get Maury Povich, you get Jerry Springer. And slowly over time, it begins to be a practice. We are practicing, joking around to make it fun. Right? Just like we talk crap about Donald Trump. Oh, this is fun. They said this. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Just like the Jerry Springer stuff. Then it becomes a behavior. This is where it starts to touch your spirit in depthly. This is where it gets ingrained. And as you form the behavior, because it's a daily activity, a weekly activity. You doing it, you saying it, you operating in this. You start to pull it out your bag. This is a everyday type of enjoyment. Now it's a behavior. And now it's becoming culture. We gonna live as a belittler of our own future, of our own people and families. We putting down any value that don't mean fun, enjoyment, ratchetness. Yeah, but where the real values go? We don't. Is that making money? It ain't making money. I make it out of here. So that's why so many values and realness of human beings is left. Part 2. We must bring back what's within. Let's develop that. Part 2.